Dynel, nice to meet you. First of all, how is life at Tranmere for you?
Um, Life's been good. Yeah, I've had a good experience so far. I think it's been 2 months now. Things have gone by quick. We got through a really good phase, a really good run, and now we're having to find ourselves again. But the lads made me feel welcome, and I feel like one of the boys now. And like obviously, I'm trying to become an influence in the change room and stuff. So everyone's been good, and I've been enjoying it.
You were at Carlisle last season, so you must like it up north. But how are you developing? How do you feel you're building on last season?
Um, Obviously, last season was my first ever loan. It was my first step in a first team environment. And obviously, I felt coming into it, I was in my shell and stuff. And I think this loan to Tranmere has really helped me pick on from last year, you know. I think to the back end of last year, I started to find my feet and started to understand the league. It's very different to under 23s. But as I've come to Tranmere, I've been able to show more of my skills and my talents, which I have. And the gaffer's been really good in getting my best attributes out and using me in the best way. And I've been around other experienced players helping me through, so it's been good.
Yeah, playing with Tom Davis and Carl Jameson, are they good talkers? They keep you going.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Tom Davies, we'll see 29, 30,
I think he's 30.
and Carl Jameson 24. So they've been around the leagues for a long time and they're very vocal players. And just even in the dressing room, they might not be playing, but they'll still give me tips. And I played with Tom on the weekend, and you saw how solid he is. You know, there's a lot I could pick up from him too, and he's just a leader. So I think just leading, for example, off the pitch as well as on the pitch, is really key.
What's it like for you coming from Southampton, albeit you had the word at the year at Carlisle, but how did the club make sure you looked after really and make sure that you feel part of things?
I think. Do you mean from Southampton? How did they?
Yeah, I suppose both. How did Tranmere and Southampton work together
Yeah.
to make you feel looked after, so you're not feeling too lonely?
Um, I'm not too sure to be honest, but from my side, I know Southampton keep in contact with me and stuff. I speak to the loans manager from time to time. I might speak to the coaches and stuff. They might come and watch games. But I think really it's about getting thrown in the deep end. Like you kind of need to be left alone a bit because you have to struggle at times. Like you have to find your feet. You have to develop into an adult, you know. And as a young lad, it can be tough coming in there because people will have opinions on you, whether they want to or not, because of where you come from, and you get labelled as soft and all these things big time. And I think it's just really about coming in, trying to settle in, and just being yourself and showing who you are as a person and trying to fit in with everyone else, you know. And I think the Tranmere staff, they've just been great as like talking to me after games, you know, always being nice to me, demanding a lot from me and making sure I'm always on it.
How is League Two different then than playing for, say, in Premier League Two or for the under 18s or whatever it might be?
I'd say it's definitely a lot more realistic. Obviously, people say it's more physical, but that's obvious. But in terms of physicality, it's a bit more. You have to be a bit more streetwise. It's a bit more dark arts and stuff. You know, it means a lot more losing points and stuff, and it affects not just yourself, but it affects like the community and the club and the owner and stuff. So there's a lot more at risk. You have to mature in the way you play because like the games mean more and stuff. But obviously, still a good league. Obviously, you come against players who have a lot more experience than yourself, and they might be a step ahead. So you always have to be thinking and finding new ways to deal with different players because there's so many different types of strikers in this league. Whereas in academy football, it's mainly everyone wants it to feet in front of them playing perfect football. So yeah.
And in terms of Tranmere, what have you made of the team so far, and what do you think of your chances this season?
In terms of the team, I think we've got a really good team actually. You know, I think we haven't quite yet hit our best. I think from what I see on the training pitch and stuff, I think once it all falls in place, we'll hopefully get going on another good run. You know, I think that run of five showed what we're capable of, and I think in the last few weeks, for whatever reason, it's dropped off a bit. But I think starting from this weekend, we need to pick it back up and start doing what got us the results. And as a unit, as a team, take pride in the clean sheets, and hopefully we get some goals. But I think this is a really good team, and I think as time goes by, we'll get even better.
And I'm sure you'll be keeping close tabs, will you, on England for the World Cup? I mean, if your former teammates in the England youth levels, will they be starring, or even teammates you've had at Chelsea or Southampton?
Yeah. There's people I've played alongside who'll probably get a call up, and with other nations too. I've got a few friends in other nations who'll be going to the World Cup, so yeah, that'd be good to
give us a few name checks.
I don't know. I've played with Jamal Musiala at Germany. Armel Bella Germany. Can't think of the top of my head.
No, it's fine. Yeah. I've put you on the spot there. You're probably not even been called up yet either. Thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.
But Dynel, how was playing against Carlisle twice? Obviously, I feel like it might have been one of the first times you played against a team that you've already played for.
Mm-hmm.
How was that experience?
It felt weird, and I think after the game, I was so angry. Like I hated it. Like there's nothing worse than getting beaten by your old team. But I think they've done well. I think they have to respect they're a good team. But I think we could have definitely done better. I don't think we were at it for both games. But I think they've got a good squad this year, and the manager's doing a good job. And I wish them all the best.
And obviously, the Carlisle fans they obviously remember you from last season, and they were giving you a bit of a stick, especially at Prenton Park. How were you dealing with that in your head?
I think it's just part of football, I don't think there's any bad blood, Well, when I was there, they treated me really well. I became a fan favourite and stuff, so I definitely felt the love. But I think it was just a game of football, It felt weird at first because it's my first experience of it, but I tried to not let it affect my game. And obviously, when we played them away, the fans clapped me off the pitch and stuff, which was a nice gesture. But I think it's just part of football, It's just them messing about and trying to put you off the game. But I enjoyed my time there, and I've got total respect for the club.
Yeah, and you've mentioned that you became a fan favourite at Brunton Park, and you're going the same way here at Prenton Park as well. How do you assess your relationship with the Tranmere fans in early stages here?
I don't know. I think the relationship's been good, I just try to show back the love that I get given, and I think it's just mutual respect, The fans pay to come and watch, so it's only nice that if I could spend some of my time to give back something, if whether that's a photo or a hug or something, I'm always up for it because they spend their hard-earned money to come watch us, so it's a nice thought.
Yeah, definitely. And the Swindon this weekend, not really a team that Tranmere are traditionally good against on the road at the county ground. What's the mentality in the squad, especially 5 games in all competitions without a win?
I think, like I've always said, I never look at old what's the word? Like traditions, or like you never win against them, because obviously when I came here we had that away thing, but it doesn't faze me. It shouldn't faze us as a team. We've got a totally different team to last year, so that's just a lot of talk. But we're just focusing the game ahead. We'll do some work with the manager coming up to see what we're working with, but hopefully we can go there full guns blazing and get a result.
Yeah, what kind of game are you expecting against Swindon this weekend?
I'm not sure, to be honest, but I think they've had a few good results, if I'm correct.
Yeah, well, they did lose 4-0 against Stockport in the FA Cup.
Yeah, in the league, I think they've been all right in the league, so it won't be an easy game. Yeah, I don't think there's any easy game in this league, and I think it's when you switch off and think, these haven't won a few, it's going to be an easy game. That's when you get caught off guard. So I think we should just be expecting the best and hopefully just go out there and give it to the team instead of a team giving it to us. So yeah.